Dr. Eva Katumala from Hereford Hospital, London.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Eve Katmalla, Junior Clinical Fellow in Royal Brompton and Harefield Trust in London. So my presentation for today is venous thromboembolism risk reassessment in cardiothoracic surgical patients at Harefield Hospital. So the introduction is venous thromboembolism is the formation of a blood clot, which is a thrombus in a vein, and it can dislodge from the site of origin and cause an embolism. So VTE includes deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism. So around nearly 25,000 people die every year in England due to VTE. So the importance is these events are preventable. So the risk factors of venous thrombus embolism are especially if it's thoracic patients because of malignancies, because they're mainly present with a lot of lung cancers, and they also have chest drains in situ and they are not mobile. So it increases the risk. Even the cardiac patients, because there's systolic dysfunction, they are not very mobile, and they are continuously monitored pre-op before going to the surgeries. So predisposition to chest pain, they are very immobile. So we have nice guidelines on VTE. So all the surgical patients needs to be assessed as on admission using a national tool, and we need to balance the risk of VTE against the risk of bleeding. So we need to decide whether we should give a prophylactic treatment, prophylactic dose or treatment dose, whether the patient is going to bleed or not, and then decide what we can prescribe the patient with what kind of medication. So the next point is we need to reassess all the surgical patients again for VTE and bleeding at the point of the consultant review, or if their clinical condition changes, because on admission the condition would be different, and after surgery the condition is different. So we need to change the doses. We need to start with mechanical prophylaxis with anti-embolism stockings, and also prophylactic dose of low molecular weight heparin of 40 mg should be given. So the aim of study is overall purpose is to provide best possible treatment and safety to patients undergoing cardiothoracic surgery, and objective is to reassess the risk of VTE using a national tool and ensure correct prophylaxis is prescribed. So the target was 90% patients needs to be have a completed VTE risk reassessment. So the methodology is, it is a retrospective study. We have collected data from 1st November to 30th November 2019. So it's an audit carried out whether the VTE reassessment was done. So a total of 165 patients were recorded and one was excluded due to missing data, and only 7 patients, that is 4% of them, had a VTE reassessment, and 157, that is 96%, did not have a reassessment. So we have reflected this and presented that mandatory VTE risk reassessment should be done 72 hours post-admission, and to assess the risk appropriately and modify treatment if required. So some of the common situations where the change is required is, for example, if the renal function is deteriorating post-surgery, then we cannot use the enoxaparin, we have to use heparin. And also atrial fibrillation is one of the most common complication after cardiac surgeries. We can't use prophylactic dose anymore, we have to use treatment dose. And surgical patients have a lot of drains and pacing wires which will be removed post-op, and they have to be changed to some oral anticoagulants rather than injections. And even that's the same case for valve surgeries, or if the patient have got thrombus or embolism. So we have re-audited it again, and then a total of 138 patients in March 2020 were included, and 3 patients were excluded due to missing data. So this time 109, that is 81%, had a VTE reassessment, and 26, that is 19%, did not have a reassessment. So this is mainly a quality improvement project. So the VTE risk reassessment did not reach the desired target of 90%, but however, it did reach reassessment was as high as 81%. So this will be continued to monitored and action to be improved over time. Thank you.